Welcome back to another episode of the Super Sanctum podcast. I am your host, Malakai, with my co-host, Spidey Spitz.
You, episode 66, back at it again, looking crisp. Invincible shirt, my guy. Got a Spidey on. Got an Insomniac Spidey. Let's get it, brother. Let's get it. Well, I guess we're not talking 97. You still haven't caught up. We'll talk a little. You caught up with Lanterns? Did you see the episode last night?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
finish that for last. There's some
We'll
other
do
things to
Lanterns
talk
last.
about.
Yeah, yeah. We got show and tell or what?
Um, did I get something? No, I had to double check. I felt like I did. No, it's been a minute. It's probably
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
a little minute.
I showed this one off already, but I opened them up.
Ooh,
Beautiful. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Professor Hulk. Yeah, yeah. How you been, brother?
I've been doing good. So how do you feel about our good friend David Harbour? Did you see what he did?
Ooh, the quote?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I saw the leak online. I don't know if you saw the leak online, bro. Motherfuckers aren't even trying to hide it anymore. That, like, I don't know if it's AI or not, but, like, just the continued version of the end credit scene of Fantastic Four. Like, he turns around. You know what I mean? You see his fucked up face. And then he puts it
Okay.
back on. Yeah, yeah. So I think we might see it a couple of times throughout the film.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the
Um.
post. Oh, that might be the post credit scene. Or I wonder if that's the post credit scene to Endgame. That'd be kind of stupid though. Wonder.
Oh, I wonder what they will make the post credit scene because that's why they're doing this whole new Endgame thing so that we can get some more lead up, I guess, because everyone's complaining about how there's not enough lead up, or even Thanos didn't have enough lead up, or whatever. Thanos had plenty of lead up.
Bro, I'm so convinced that like in like 6 years time, 4, 5, 6 years time after these two movies come out, the Russo brothers are gonna be like, yeah, we wrote the fuck out of it, because like there is no end credit scene for Endgame already. So they, you know what I mean? They probably had ideas of like, let me do the encore so that we can come back just in case, because maybe they called it, but maybe they kind of knew like after Endgame they were gonna kind of go to shit, because they they explain time travel one way and then completely do it opposite in the end of the movie. Uh, and
Yep.
then what else? You know what I mean? Like so many things. There's no end credit scene. They're putting an end credit scene in this now. You know what I mean? They already said they were only going to come back if they do Secret Wars. Here we are. You know, so I don't know. And they said that's crucial about the snap. You know what I mean? So if that's like or what they say, or the key writing point, and the reason they're bringing back Endgame is this. It's crucial about the snap. So whatever he did with the snap is gonna connect to Doom or whatever. So it's like, yeah, bro. I wonder if they wrote the fuck out of this just to like give themselves job security and shit, bro. But I don't know. This is crazy. I was thinking about that the other day with my wife. I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy that's like just gonna make so much sense now. You know?
Yeah. Did you watch the Sammy J's Doomsday Theory? I sent it to you a couple days
I
ago.
don't know. He has a bunch. Which one? I
Yeah,
saw the one with
he's got a
his dark
bunch.
magic. I saw the
Yeah,
one where he's talking about
a
his
lot
dark
of
magic
people have
and
been
shit.
talking about it now. His so the theory is Doctor Doom is dream walking.
Yes.
He's dream walking Iron Man's body, and that's why like his face is all fucked up and shit because he's a variant. But so I think so. It's like if Tony is a variant, is this the one universe per se where Tony Stark's Iron Man? Like this is the only universe where he is Iron Man Because have we seen any instances in other universes where he's also Iron Man?
I mean, I guess that was the whole point of What If. You know what I mean? What if he's Iron Man a couple times?
Oh,
And What If
yeah.
is like MCU imply and they imply in What If that like oh that's gonna that's probably gonna be a big key point, bro. Is like they imply and they already confirmed that like in every universe Tony Stark dies. So I think that might be a key point in this too, and maybe that's why he had to put himself into Victor Von Doom, and
Yeah,
maybe
because
Vic,
I
you know what I mean, some shit
is
like
like,
that.
because it is this Victor Von Doom the only version of Tony that becomes Doctor Doom in the whole multiverse. Like, if all of them are Iron Man and they all die, but he's the only one that doesn't die because he's Doctor Doom and he's not
I
Iron
don't
Man.
know. I don't know, bro. Like I got to see what that video you're talking about. I don't know, man. This is gonna be crazy. I really wonder how they're gonna explain it, bro. They got about like
That's
6.5 hours
just
of
part.
film. You know what I mean
Yeah,
to explain this shit.
because it's like so because part of it is like you see in Multiverse of Madness, we see Doctor Strange how he is mixing with or like you see when he does his dark magic and he dream walks, you have like the souls of the damned are like walking and like floating around him, right?
Well, real quick, before you keep going, question: Can you can only dream walk into yourself, right? You can't dream walk into another person, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can only dream walk into other variants of you. You can't do other people.
That's my only bugaboo because
So
then
that
it
so
wouldn't
no,
make
no
sense.
that's why I'm saying is this Doctor Doom, because like how you said all Tony Starks die, right? Like that's just a thing, snap or whatever. But like if
Yeah.
all Tony Starks die, is the reason this version of Tony doesn't die because he's not Tony Stark, he's not Iron Man, he's Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. So it's like
But
that.
why?
Is that
Why
like
would?
what makes him different in this? Well, I don't know. I don't know why, but it's just
No, I'm just trying to understand what you're trying to say. I'm not understanding it to be honest with you. Can you say it one more time? Like
just
I'm trying
it.
to comprehend. Like so
If
hmm.
all universes
So
always
what
have a
would that mean? He's
Tony,
trying to keep.
is
In
his
other
universe
words,
the one universe where he's not Tony Stark? He some shit happened. He's Victor Von Doom. You know, he grew up. He was raised as Victor Von Doom, not as Tony Stark.
is it a brother thing? It would have to be like a brother thing. Like he had to let the brother die or some shit, right? Like you know what I mean? For that
I
to
don't
work.
know.
Am I
Maybe
tripping?
I'm just it's. I'm just thinking out loud.
I know. I'm trying to understand it because I'm like I don't know. That's the only part. Like you know how I'm always theorizing. I don't know
Yeah,
anything about that, bro.
it's
That's
just
one thing I have not touched on because I have no fucking clue, bro. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
don't. I have no
I
idea,
just
bro. I have no idea. So I'm
I'm
trying to
yeah,
understand
because
how they're gonna make it
it's
work.
all theory. Because I don't even know, like, because that's why I'm saying like how like if he is if Doctor Doom is dreamwalking Tony, and if you're saying in every universe Iron Man dies, and if this Victor Von Doom is Iron Man, is there just in somehow in his universe, you know, he was just, you know, he wasn't named Tony Stark? Because it's like technically
Mm,
it's like unwritten destiny that Iron Man, like Tony Stark Iron Man dies, but because
yeah.
like for whatever goddamn reason he was not born and then named Tony Stark. He was named Victor Von Doom, and he was raised in Latveria for whatever reason, became
Yeah.
Doctor Doom. So then, for that dumbass BS reason, he is like he lives, he doesn't die, and so that's why he can dreamwalk into Iron Man, into our universe's Iron Man, because he's technically still Tony Stark in a sense, but not. I don't know. It's weird. But it's like so
Well,
like when
oh,
you
that's
see
one thing.
Doctor
Okay,
Doom do his magic, he's got like or
go ahead,
are
bro.
you understanding it kind of? Are you kind of getting
Well,
my
what I was
drift?
gonna no, what I was gonna say, because the one you were making sense until you said whatever, for whatever reason. But what I just thought about, bro, and again, I wonder if it's like a some type of baby situation, swap, whatever. Because I was trying to remember but but earlier when I was stumbling on my words, I was trying to remember all the reasons in Endgame why it makes so much sense that the Russo brothers would just write this movie for themselves. Is also when Tony goes back in time with Steve, bro, and he talks to his dad and he says his birthday, and his mom's pregnant and it's coming up, and Tony's confused as fuck. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to play a big part of it too. Sorry, I just wanted to add to what you were saying there, so that would make a lot of
I
sense.
mean, it
You know what I
it
mean?
could totally be like a like um they were twins. Like it could totally be like a twin situation, and
Well,
then
listen.
say,
Before you keep going, I want this rumor was a while back too, and I keep seeing it now. I saw it today, and I saw it yesterday, like on my feed. That I wonder, like, to add to this, if this makes any sense or this contradicts it. Apparently, there is another actor that's supposed to be Doom, and that maybe he's dreamwalking or some shit into Tony or some shit. Because after Secret Wars, it's going to be another actor, so that they can make two more Fantastic Four movies with like another actor. You know what I mean? It's not going to be
yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. It's supposed to be. And apparently, the rumor is it's the actor's Scarecrow, Cillian Murphy, um,
yeah,
Oppenheimer.
I've seen that. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah. You know, that's the only part that's
I
like, if
feel
he
like
is dreamwalking, how does that work? Because it's not in space. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's just more the Killian Murphy stuff
Heavy rumor.
is more yeah, it's more rumor than it is like a
Yeah,
leak or something, or like something someone heard from somebody.
sure.
I think that is just like a heavy rumor that went out, that made its way out there, and has just gotten like a lot of like good and bad from the mass.
Yeah, I wonder, bro. I wonder because that's one that's been around for a bit. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
cause you see Doom, like when he does his magic is all green, right? But when you see it in
Yeah,
his hands, that like there is like a black dark magic to it,
yeah,
like on
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
hands. And so it's like, is that because he's used the dark hold and he's dream walking? And then people were saying like, oh, why, if that's true, why doesn't he have all the souls around him? And that's why they made it a very much a point in the trailer of them saying like, he says hell answers to me. So that's why the souls don't come after him and try to stop him, because hell, he's gone to hell. And I'm pretty sure there's a comic run in like towards Secret Wars or whatever where he does go to hell, and he does some crazy stuff.
Well, I was gonna say, uh, I wouldn't be surprised if like, what if he does that, like he goes down to hell, makes a deal with Mephisto so that he doesn't have to, you know what I mean? Or maybe this armor is what contains everything, gives him that armor or some shit, and then he goes back. You know what I mean? Because that'd be cool if like Mephisto's in it just for that purpose. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how I always see him. Like, you don't really need him for action or anything. Just like make him
Yeah,
be the
because
one that like
we've
grants
seen him.
them with
Yeah,
like
we
whatever
saw him
curse.
in Ironheart. That's like all he did
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just sit there. He didn't. There was no
yeah,
action.
exactly. They're just giving him like a really menacing scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
menacing
yeah,
and
yeah,
intimidation. But
yeah. Good
I
acting
think
and shit. That'd be cool as fuck.
that would
That'd be cool
be
as fucking. Yeah, yeah. That'd be sick. I'm curious because they also said that they're not going to show it in this film. So I wonder. Curious, bro. I'm very curious. Yeah, I really that's one thing I haven't talked about at all because I just don't know what they're gonna do. I do want to like research the storyline of like him of it's like the cover of him looking in the vanity in the mirror. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's apparently whatever cover that is, whatever issue that is, that's the one that like people online want, and it's gonna make most sense for this story in Doomsday. So I want to read up on it because I don't know shit about it. So I'm very curious, bro. And I'm assuming that's the route they're gonna go. They're gonna take a lot of inspiration from that. My
Hmm.
fucking laptop is like dead. It's taking forever
Yeah,
to
but
come back to life.
that was like the whole thing though. It was pretty much like he's Oh, so it's like I'm pretty sure it was like so because Wanda destroyed the Darkhold in every universe too. Like that's a whole thing. So is there's
Oh
the
yeah, the Hot Toys
potential
had a
that
book.
yeah. So there's the
I
potential that
saw that.
he somehow got a hold of like the first Darkhold that like
Interesting.
or like he went to hell, went with or like worked with Mephisto, whatever, did whatever, and rewrote it himself.
Yeah, I'm now. Well, the more we're talking, I feel like he's gonna be in this, bro. Because again, I'm really the
It
Russo
would be
brothers did a really
awesome.
good job last time, with Infinity War. Like since we're so used to Infinity War, I forget that like when the first time we watched it, we were like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like how well it was connected. So I think they're gonna do a pretty good job, bro. I think they're gonna do a pretty good job. I think there's going to be a good amount of young Avengers. I think there's going to be a couple of maybe other Xmen. You know what I mean? And then like definitely the witches are going to be revealed as like those. There's no way. There's no fucking way. It's not. But you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
look
Oh
like
yeah.
those
So
characters with masks. You know what I mean?
yeah. So according to Matthew Baloney, the studio is using the MCU to introduce all the mutants before the big 2028 crossover. So that means like like we got Jean in Brand New Day. Well, there's a chance whatever projects from here to from now and all of next year, there's a chance we might see a couple more of them.
You know
But
what I wonder, bro?
I would think besides Doomsday and Secret Wars.
To that, like to what you just said, I wonder if like he's going to like after he makes Battle World. Side note, fucking you saw that there's gonna be in Battle World like a Spider-Man world. I forgot what it was like Spider Island. I think that's what it's called. There's gonna
Yeah,
be like a
I
Spider
saw
Island.
that.
That's gonna look sick.
That'll be cool. I was very interested.
Maybe
Like
that's imagine
it
that's how
makes
we get
me
Miles. Holy shit!
it probably that's what I'm assuming. I'm
Because it's gonna
assuming
be after
I
Beyond.
would
Because
assume
they said that they're waiting
Marvel's
until after
working with
Beyond.
Sony on this to make sure that we can get Miles in the reboot.
Yeah, bro. Because I was gonna say, I think that's. I wonder if that's gonna be a big part of these two movies. And I feel like you know how Thanos was doing a lot of like explaining why he was doing what he was doing. He was doing a lot of explaining of like this needs to happen. There needs to be a little bit of order. No matter what, you guys need to be shooken up pretty much. And I wonder in this one, since they're introducing mutants and shit, and the reboots right after Secret Wars, if like he's gonna be talking a lot about like look what you've done. You've created mutants on this universe when there shouldn't have. This universe exploded is an incursion. You made me destroy this one. You know what I mean? Like I wonder if he's gonna do just keep talking a lot. You know what I mean? So that by the reboot, like the Russo brothers' job was pretty much like yeah, make two good movies, but explain everything for the audience. Because I remember that was a really good job that they did in Infinity War. It was like they explained everything. You know what I mean? Like I always think back to the scene when Thor and Rocket they're on the ship and he's explaining everything. Thor says his whole origin and he says what happens in every single one of his movies to Rocket. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
just that one scene. You know what I mean? So I wonder what they're gonna do in this one to just make everything make sense, like tell the audience a lot, do a lot. You know what I mean? So I think they're gonna do a lot of that. That's my theory. That's my theory of like Doom, and there's gonna be a lot of his monologues. Like you guys have been fucking up. Look what you're doing. Look what you've done. Look what you made me do.
Yeah. I
Look
think
what you made me do again.
because I think the whole like David spoiling the "You Are Iron Man" thing, that's probably gonna be like the end of the movie. I
What
feel
a
like that's
dickhead.
potentially gonna
Imagine
be
he
like
just
the
spoiled
very
the
end.
fucking. What a dick.
Because that's such a crazy line to like spoil. Like I didn't see exactly like what interview or like what he did when he was like when he said this, I want to find it now, but I'll find it later. Um,
That's wild to say.
but it's like
PTR.
"You are Iron Man" is just a crazy line to be like, yeah, we say it like I don't even know who. I don't think he said like who says this, but he might have just been like, yeah, this is a line in the movie. You are Iron Man, but it's like, who's saying
This
that?
movie's gonna be fucking nuts, bro. Dude,
Is it potentially fucking Spider Man? Is it is
I
it
thought it was
Cap?
him. I thought he was saying one of his lines, and that's why everyone was pissed off, as he ruined like one of his like or like the iconic line of the movie. But it was one of his.
Maybe.
Am I
Maybe
tripping?
it's like
Yeah, I think he
maybe
says it.
maybe it is his line, and if it is his line, maybe it's like a stupid ass line of like maybe he meets like Shuri or some shit, or like maybe
Well,
or like
if
is
it, if I
Riri
like it
gonna
actually.
be in Doomsday? Do we
Oh, we
know
don't
at
know yet.
all? If
Well, that's what I. Well, listen. So
what?
that's what I saw too, bro. Apparently, that last fight of the movie is supposed to be Doom, Bucky, and Steve in the castle, and it's supposed to be mirroring the fight of Civil War at the end. And apparently, like Bucky's gonna lose his arm again. They're gonna have a fucking crazy brawl, whatever, and then the mask is gonna come off. And I wonder if like the mask is gonna come off, and Doom already won, and the mask is gonna come off and then some of the Avengers are gonna run in, and then he says it or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And then Red Guardian is the one to be like, "But you're Tony Stark," and it would make a lot of sense because Red Guardian doesn't know shit, but he knows that.
Well, no,
You know what I mean?
I
Like that's
think
all
the
he
way
knows
he's
because
gonna
in his
say it
universe, like
is
he's the
like
biggest
I think
hero.
it's a stupid line. No, I think it's a stupid line that he says like if Riri Williams is in the movie, I think it's a
Oh, like
little
a
stupid
throwaway.
ass line that he says it's a throwaway line where he just goes like, "Oh, you are Iron Man" or
Uh,
like something. I think it's a stupid little throwaway line
he's
where
trying to
it's like
he's
the
trying
words "you are
okay.
Iron Man" have so much potential for it, but I think he's just giving us this like
Throwing us
stupid
off.
little line that he says to
Little
kind of
side
fuck
note.
with us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I was trying
I
to
don't
go more
I
badass with it.
like
But
what
I like
yeah,
that
what
too.
you're saying like that whole scene sounds fucking crazy, but I think this is more potentially what he's doing cuz I think there's no way they would let him fucking do that. If they were like, "Oh, you can
Well, that's
spoil something," it would have to be something
oh
like,
no, for sure. If he spoiled it, he fucked up. I hope he didn't. I hope it is yours. I hope it's what you said for sure.
yeah,
Because I
cuz
will
then it's
say,
just like,
I wonder who will be if they do it at the end of the movie. I wonder who will be the one to be like Tony. You know what I mean? Or like what? Like I wonder who's gonna be the guy, the this character to say that. I'm curious. But
it
yeah,
would
that I
probably
like
be
that
like
idea too.
it'd be Cap, Thor, Cap, Thor, or Peter probably. Like those are the main three I would think.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be because this movie is long enough to do something like this. That'd be because I really hope that they like do a little time jump and like in the beginning of the movie, like they are having like council meetings of like Avengers, the new Avengers, the young Avengers. You know what I mean? And like everyone's a little established. You know what I mean? And then like we see a world where like there's already teams. You know what I mean? We see a somewhat healthy New York in the 616, and then everyone kind of brings their problems to 616. You know what I mean? And then the movie still goes from there. But that'd be just cool if we see like that's
Yeah,
how they make everything connect. Like there is a time jump and they like throw a bunch of characters in a room in the beginning to kind of be like, you know what I mean? Like this is our universe at this moment, and 616 is like the last like one, you know what I mean? Kind of standing with all their heroes still good, you know what I mean? And then shit hits the fan because of this, because the Fantastic Four ship comes at the end credit scene. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently that scene is just a scene in the movie. That scene is like still a scene in the movie. It's just extended or it's just a cut scene. So I'm curious how that's gonna. That's what I'm thinking. I hope it goes something like that. You know what I mean? Because
it
I'm
will
assuming it's gonna be like at
fucking
least
see.
a couple months after a little bit. Like I would assume it's like 6 months to like a year and a half after Brand New Day. I'm assuming. You know,
Yeah,
or have they said anything about that?
because I don't think they've said anything about that. So it's like, honestly, I don't. They probably won't say anything till we get like, because what we're due like what one more trailer, probably like a month. month and a half before the movie
Oh
comes out.
God, dude, I hope this next one goes off, dude. So far the trailers have gone like this, bro. I hope this next one fucking makes me
Yeah.
fucking.
I
I don't
wouldn't
even
say
know,
like
dude.
this. I wouldn't say like this. I would say like at first it was like this. You know, it was more of a slow rise.
Oh, I'm just talking about
And
one to
then
two.
it kind of went up.
Yeah, I'm talking about one to two. I think the second trailer is way better than the first trailer.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
just
really like.
golly.
I needed to see that Tony. Or I needed to see the Reed Richards Doctor Doom thing. That did it for me. That did it for me. There's gonna be a layer of story that technically like you really just needed to see Fantastic Four for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you when he's all Richard, did you do?
Yeah,
Or
that
or
and
he's like
Susan.
Victor, did you do this, Victor? Victor.
Yeah, that and Sue talking about him. Like that's in a way like all you need to see was Fantastic Four. So I'm cool with that. I am curious though. There's no way. Like I really do hope we see a couple other X-Men. You know what I mean? Like I hope like the ones they advertise are like the ones of the main movie. But at the same
Yeah,
time, like I hope
I
we see like
think
maybe a couple leave the mansion at the time, or we see a couple get killed real quick. You know what I mean? Like I really hope
because
we see a
I
couple more
don't.
X-Men.
I mean, we'll probably see a couple of them get like killed off or something, like some lower level mutants. But I think the ones that we got now that are displayed, casted, that they showcased at D23, those ones. I mean, we've already gotten Sadie. We got her in Brand New Day. So I think now we just need to wait for, we just like
Oh, I was
whatever.
talking about the Fox X-Men. I was talking about the Fox
Oh,
X-Men when they go to their universe. Yeah, I hope we do see a couple of more of the Fox X-Men like in their comic book accurate fits just to give us that because
oh
that's like the
yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah,
point. You know what I mean? So I hope there's
for
like
sure.
maybe one, two, a third, maybe a third one. Like
I
I
I
would love
think
to see
I
Homeboy
think
as
they're gonna
Bobby Drake.
keep those uniform or not. Sorry, I think they're gonna keep those suits. I said uniforms, but they're gonna keep those suits in with the new younger with with the new generation of X-Men, because I feel like
I wonder.
these kids now they don't have suits, and then they'll see the X-Men from the Fox universe, and so they'll kind of copy their suits, kind of how
That's
Spider-Man
that'd be
took
cool.
from Toby and Andrews.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and everyone's talking about that. Like we're just getting James Marsden in the Jim Lee suit, so it's like you know are we gonna get that soon? Is he gonna build up to that? Which is cool because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I really would prefer a comic book accurate like X-Men First Class film again. Because like the one we got was good, but it could have been way like more accurate and badass. I love the First Class we got, but like yeah, if we get a proper First Class with like really cool yellow and black suits and like Beast is being crazy badass Beast, but he's not blue yet. Maybe Angel's in there, like we do get Bobby, you know what I mean? But I don't know because I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think they're gonna do their own MCU thing because we already have Rogue, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we already have an Emma Frost, you know what I mean? So I think they're gonna go the more astonishing route,
yeah.
which would be
No,
cool.
I think they're gonna kill off the Fox universe in Doomsday and Secret
No, I'm
Wars
talking
for
about in the reboot.
sure.
Right now, I was just strictly talking about like after the reboot. I
Oh,
was talking
okay.
about that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I was talking strictly after the reboot. I wonder like I think they're gonna go a mix of like 90s and astonishing as far as like the vibes and the you know what I mean. But I'm sure they're gonna pull from like so many comic books. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because they got X Factor, X Force, all that shit. But what I do like, speaking on the reboot, is like since we do have again someone that a fucking Ryan Reynolds who's gonna be in a suit and can play Deadpool till as long as he can work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can have him do all the X Force and X Factor shit on the side and have him be like the side note. You know, because he already said he doesn't want his own movies anymore. You know what I mean? Which is fucking sick to think about, like just having him weave it in and out like X Force, X Factor, and all
I
these other
think
side
I
mutants.
think we'll probably I think we'll get a little him and Spider-Man at some point. I think that would be fucking awesome if we got him and Spider-Man. That would be so cool. What if we got
I
like
don't know.
him and Spider-Man when he's got the symbiote?
Jesus. I can't. Oh God, it's so good. I I hope we're not doing what we always do, bro, as fans, and we like do all this, and the story is
Oh
here.
no,
You
dude,
know?
we're reaching. We are
Yeah, I
reaching for the
know, I know, I know,
stars.
I know, I know, I know. God damn it! I'm so excited though. I will say the trailer has me doing that, bro. Like, because Infinity War lived up to it. I'm really hoping. I know Doomsday's gonna be crazy. I really hope. All I hope, bro, is Secret Wars is better than Endgame. If Secret Wars is better than Endgame, I'll be happy. Because I like Endgame, bro. I don't love Endgame. I wanna, but as far as especially as far as the MCU goes, but especially as far as the Russo brothers films go, it's my last one for sure. It's my last one for sure. I know, uh, Doomsday is gonna go between like Infinity War, and somewhere between Infinity War and Civil War for me. You know what I mean? For sure. I just don't know where. I just don't know where.
Do you have anything else, Marvel, that you'd like to
Marvel.
speak on? Anything else,
Then
Marvel?
you haven't seen 97, so no. Gotta catch up with
Yeah, I
that,
haven't
brother.
finished it.
Which is um I was thinking about it today. I've already talked about it, but damn, I'm so happy that like they pretty much just took the same exact suit from 97 for Magneto. Because I really like that suit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like he's older and it's like just a comfy fit rather than like going
Yeah.
the skin tight, like metal looking, like, you know what I mean? That one, which is tough. That one's sick, and I hope we get that Magneto in the reboot. Like that suit, we have yet to get that suit. That would be the cool reveal in the reboot. Is like whatever Magneto we get, like he has that exact that exact suit. Um, but yeah, bro, I'm liking everything. I'm liking everything's the way everything's looking. Everything's coming. Oh, that's one thing I was gonna send you. I guess I can send it to you now. Did you see the clear shot of Vision's suit?
No.
Yeah, let me send it to you. I do have my
I
computer just
saw the
opened up
one of
actually.
the I saw the clear shot of Vision's suit in the Marvel Legends that I think is like coming out where he's
Oh
got
no
the
no no
long
no.
ass plastic cape that looks stupid.
Yeah yeah. Don't make me throw up, bro. I'm not talking about that one. No, I'm
Okay.
talking about the a clear promotional picture came out of God damn it, come on. That shit's lagging. Of Vision in his new suit. And I want to see your thoughts, brother, because Vision officially has three suits, which is pretty cool to think about because he's a robot. That's pretty cool. But he has three suits now. He has his OG, he has his white,
Well,
and
I
he has this
mean,
one. Oh, god damn it! It's taking forever.
'cause I'm assuming like some of his fights will be out like in his mind. He'll have a couple like in his mind fights with the other AIs that he's dealing with. But then outside, he'd probably be rocking that new suit. Cause I feel like too he doesn't want to be the white vision, he wants to just be vision. Cause he's
Yeah, I'm
vision
assuming that's like a
and
big part of
the
it.
vision. So now we've got the vision. So I think they really want to like stamp him as the vision, but with the like more OG suit.
Hold on, it's coming. Yeah, it looks good. I'm curious what you think. Like, I like it a lot, but I gotta see it in action because I do love the original suit. But yeah, I'm really curious. I wonder if it's just gonna be a lot of mind games and shit. Like, I wonder if like Ultron's gonna play the role of just like you know what I mean, trying to talk shit in his ear of like, oh no no, like you back then you were on my side, you were just confused, that type of thing. Like you were supposed to be my son, not Tony's type of thing or some shit. All right, here we go, here we go. All right, load. Um,
As
but
long as
that
sent.
looks sick. It is, bro. Oh my god, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. And then I want to talk about this too. That's another picture actually, which fucking sucks right now. But did you see the picture of just a leaked footage of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and the symbiote? We're getting symbiote and Doc Ock next season.
Nope. I've stayed away from, I think, all of that somehow.
Well, it's a trailer that's it was shown at D23 or something. It was shown at something, and it's gonna be shown soon. It's gonna be like public to everyone soon. But yeah, it's just a lot of Doc Ock and the symbiote, which is pretty exciting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Now we
yeah, yeah.
know next time. Just send me
But no, I'll send
if
to you
you
in a
got
second, brother.
anything to do with pictures, send them before. Um, we only got a couple of things before we move on to the Lanterns episode 1 and 2 review. But
What do we got?
so DC as well. Um, DC has been cutting a lot of stuff as well. Not as much as Marvel,
Yes,
I would
I've
say,
seen this.
but we there's two things. Got the Amanda Waller series that was supposed to come out cut. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that got cut because I really didn't want to watch an Amanda Waller series, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm done with
Wonder Woman
Suicide Squad shit,
series is
bro.
no
I get it.
longer in active development.
A Wonder Woman. Oh, the women of Themyscira or some shit.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. That's no longer in development anymore. No clue why, but that was one I think, maybe if we're like not gonna get her in a movie just yet, I don't mind her debut being in her show. Even if it's
Interesting.
like a 1 season show, just give us a debut. Just give us the debut. We just need some
Sure.
more.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she deserves her own movie though. I think she deserves her shine. Because at the
Oh,
end of the
for
day,
sure
bro,
she deserves her own movie.
just because like, and everyone might not go watch the show. You know what I mean? But way more people, I think, would go see the movie, especially if it like looks nice and bright and like just looks way better, like James Gunn's Superman compared to Man of Steel. You know what I mean? As far as like the trailer, at least, I think it would do good. But also at the same time, I wonder if they're doing the merger and the new heads are like, well, maybe you should pipe down, which is unfortunate, and I don't agree with this. But maybe you shouldn't do another woman thing because Supergirl just tanked, which would be really unfortunate. I really hope that's not the case. Um, but that I don't want to think negatively, but I hope she gets her own movie, bro. I would actually prefer her own movie to be honest with you. I wanted to have the same wow factor that Superman did. You know what I mean? Like that felt so nice and refreshing. Like wow, this is like the Superman movie of the decade. You know what I mean? No one got that feeling of Man of Steel.
I
You know
just,
what I
well,
mean?
I just think even so, like if even if they did a movie, TV show for Wonder Woman, whatever, I think just kind of just getting her in the DC universe would be great. I think it's in the
Oh
right
yeah,
step
yeah,
forward.
yeah. I just don't want them to rush it, bro. I don't want them to rush it. I don't want them to half-ass it. I want them to give it love. You know what I mean? Um, I think Lanterns is something that works as a show because it's like it's multiple characters, and he's not as far as the foundation of the Justice League. He's not nearly as of a head as Wonder Woman is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a staple like you know what I mean. She's part of the Trinity, but we'll see. Because I like honestly, I would love us to show for the Flash as well. I think a new cool like maybe 10 episode series of the Flash, like 10 episodes 50 minutes, like that would be sick, bro.
Yeah.
And like good quality. I would love to see something like that right now. Um, but yeah, we'll see, brother. We'll see what they do, dude. I really hope like this merger happens and James Gunn can kind of grab the bull by the horns a little more. You know what I mean? Than he can right now.
Yeah. Um,
I'm pretty sure if this shit ends in like a month or two, just like hypothetically, let's say the merger like ends in 2 weeks and he's good to go in like 2 weeks after that or some shit, like bro, I'm sure in like 2 months he's gonna go ham. Like he's gonna like start casting his Wonder Woman and have the
yeah,
casting
yeah,
for
one,
Wonder Woman and Batman. But you know
yeah,
what I mean? So I think if it was up to him, you know
once,
what I mean?
yeah, once all that's done, I think, yeah, he's gonna go full throttle with DC. He's gonna be like, okay, now we can really start doing the things we want. We can start pushing these things out more the way
Yeah,
we
because
really
we're
wanted
hearing
to.
yeah, because we're going based like making opinions right now based off what we're hearing, and we know the merger is like pretty much a big obstacle right now. So like that's a big factor too. Is like if this shit ends in a couple months, and
Probably
then
the
James Gunn
biggest.
is like get yeah, like if this shit ends in a couple months and James Gunn gets like a big ass green light, like we don't know what his next like slate of movies can change to. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like hate to leave her
I,
out of this shit. I
so
think I want her to get a movie. But what were you transitioning to, brother?
Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner has
Yeah.
now joined the cast of Mr. Miracle.
Ooh, okay, okay. I like that.
And Mr. Miracle
Uh,
is animated, I'm pretty sure, too. So, we
Oh,
get a little animated Guy
interesting.
Gardner.
Tough, tough. That's kind of cool because he's kind of like a crazy character. You know what I do like? You know what I do like that what James Gunn's done in his MCU so far? That, you
His
know,
DCU.
the or yeah, Jesus. The disrespect. But
Yeah.
one thing that
Take
I
the
like
hat
that
off.
for real. No, one thing I like that James Gunn has done that the MCU failed to do is in oh Jesus Christ in his DCU from Peacemaker, and they just did it in the last episode of Lanterns. Spoiler alert, with the whole ring in the pocket dimension is like he's just throwing multiverse stuff and dimensions and all this stuff in right away, and he's not making you question it. It's like this is what the universe is. That's what I do like. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for
As
sure. For
yeah,
sure.
like that is handled so much better in the beginning than the MCU has ever done. Like the MCU is actively cleaning up their mess from the multiverse. You know what I mean? Like as crazy and as amazing as Doomsday is gonna be, like it's still cleaning up everything. You know what I mean? Like I will say that about the whole or about the whole multiverse factor because and it was kind of handled that way in all the animation too, and obviously the comic books, but like it's such a common thing in DC, and he's handling it like that, and I like that a lot. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. That means there's room for the Snyderverse.
Yeah. I mean, we did say a couple weeks ago, that we were getting a little bit scared with how much DC, or not DC, but how much Marvel was cooking. But I think with what we got going on with Lanterns, it brings us back a little bit.
Right
But
now,
before we go on to
everything has to.
Lanterns,
Okay.
hold on, were you gonna have, was what you were saying Lanterns related?
No, no, I was just gonna say like to what you just said, like right now, since there is the merger, there is like only several projects with their like kind of CB projects. Like everything has to land right now. You know what I mean? That's one thing too, is like that's what kind of is like a big
Oh
test of
yeah.
James Gunn and like his decision making because and which is good because right now I hate to say it right now I feel like the biggest flop is honestly Supergirl, bro. Like Peacemaker season 2 was still good. It wasn't terrible. And all Creature Commandos, like everything's been good so far. The Batman Part 2 is gonna cook. You know what I mean? So and which isn't the DCU, but it's still DC. So like
Yeah, no matter,
everything's cooked
yeah,
so
I
far, so
think no matter
everything has to
what,
land
out
going
of all
forward.
of these earlier projects, Supergirl was just gonna be that one that was just not gonna do as well.
It could have done better, bro. Honestly, it just wasn't. Like again, I stand by it. She was sick, and there was a lot of cool things, but the movie itself was just hot ass. Like the movie could have been a lot better, for sure. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even say that. It was just I think a
Yeah.
lot of choices in direction and then towards the end, honestly, a little bit of sloppy CGI. That was my opinion because I liked her. I liked some of the choices, the acting. Um, but even Lobo, like, cool, but he was just there. Like I don't know, there was a lot.
I think
They should have
everything they
given him
did
a
with
purpose.
Lobo was fine. I think him, like the fact that yes, he is just a side character that is there, it's fine.
Yes, yes and no. Like I don't know. I just wish he had more to do. Like and yes, I don't know. I don't know. The only reason I say that is because I wish
Cause
there
it's
was a bounty.
cause
Isn't he
it's
a
just
bounty
the
hunter? Like
fact
why wasn't there more of like a
to
bounty
place
going
him
on with the
in the
story?
universe.
Exactly. That almost seems kind of
Oh,
lazy when you say it like that.
there will
Like
be a bounty at some point. Well, yeah, I mean, it is kind of a lazy way, but it's just it's
that's what I'm saying.
because we know
That's the
it's
whole issue, and that's why I like it could have
pre-established
been a much
universe, so
stronger
it is
film.
like they have to kind of throw him in this weird lazy way. Oh
No,
yeah,
bro. That's what I'm trying to
I
get
just
at,
think
bro. They could
overall
have
the film's
structured the
writing for
film much
Supergirl
better.
was just
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, like we wouldn't be talking about it being lazy if the
But I
movie was
think
better and
everything
he had
that
a
they
purpose. You
did
know what I
with
mean?
Lobo for what they did was fine.
I don't know. Everything that he was pretty much just there for looks and action. That's why I'm saying this. I think that was a big issue, and that was a big issue with the movie. Like it didn't really have much. I don't know. It didn't have much structure at all. And if again, I say that because we both agreed that like everything like Superman and Kal-El and Krypton was good because that already had so much structure. But then the rest of the movie was not that. You know what I mean? Like that already had a lot of structure. It made a lot of sense. It had a lot of connectivity. But then the rest of the movie, this whole bullshit with this little girl and this sword and like, I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't all. It wasn't very strong. Again, Lobo is just there.
Yeah,
There should
well,
have been some type
that's
of
just the bad writing
yeah,
because they didn't go
yeah, yeah.
true enough to the book. That's why, because it's based off the book, and they didn't go true enough to the book to make it. Because there's a lot of things that's different from the movie and the book that makes the book a lot better that a lot of people have said.
Yeah, it was just a
Because
poor
there's like
adaptation,
where
bro.
like you
Cause I
know they, like she doesn't like where Supergirl doesn't have to go out with Ruthie and get the medicine and whatever. The lady already has the medicine to fix Crypto. Crypto's fine. She just goes out of her. She goes with Ruthie for just the love of the game, pretty much to be a superhero and to be a good person. And they like leave that out of the movie entirely.
yeah. Yeah, bro, I don't know. There was just a lot of like, yeah, it just could have been so much better. Like what you're saying, bro, too, as well. Like, yeah, this could have been. It just could have been so much. It could have been such a better film. Because I'm saying all that about Lobo as well, just because I was excited about to see him, and I was ready for the wow factor, and I don't feel like got. I didn't get a payoff, and I did not get any type of crazy wow factor. At the end of the movie, I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like I was very let down about his portrayal. He was
I
cool.
think it's
The
fine
acting was
because it's
good,
not
but the
his
portrayal
movie.
was. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about it's adding to the movie experience for me. Like it was a lesser film for me because
Yeah.
like he was just there. I wish he had a purpose. I wish again like even and I say that because remember the animated movie. I think it was Superman Unbound. I think he's in that movie, or I could be thinking of a different one. But there's one animated movie, and he's in that movie, and again, it's much better than Supergirl, and he had a purpose because he was written in. This one, he's kind of just like I'm at the bar. Oh shit, this is happening near me.
No.
You know what I mean? That's kind of what it felt like. Yeah, what is that movie called? It's like Superman Unbound or it's not All Star Superman, but it's some animated Superman movie. I think it might be Superman Unbound, but I don't know. It could have been stronger. But I see what you're saying. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, these next two have to hit.
I
Lantern's got
mean,
to
you
hit,
know,
and
like
Clayface got to hit.
be, I think no matter what though, like we know we have Lobo now. We know he exists. He's there.
Yeah,
So we'll see him in the future, and there's probably going to be a whole thing where like there's a bounty on Superman, so then he probably has to go after Superman and fight
I
him.
wonder.
But then we also know that Jason Momoa wants to do like an R-rated Lobo movie, so we'll probably get that in the future. So you know, like if there's a chance that we get a whole just Lobo movie, then holy shit, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm saying all this too because like I've seen a bunch of podcasts talk about that, about how it was like so underwhelming to see him. So like we might not, bro. You know what I mean? I'm saying all this because like I agree with like the mask, bro. Like, it was very underwhelming to see him when it should have been something way cooler. You know what I mean? Like I almost wish like they went against each other rather than this like buddy buddy thing. But I don't know. We'll see, bro. It would be cool to get him back again. I'm not going to deny it, but we need like again better writing. I'm saying all this because again, it should have been so much such a better debut, and I didn't feel it, bro. I didn't feel it, and it was so funny, bro. Because again, you say what you will about Zack Snyder, but I saw that picture. Like Jason Momoa ripped in Iron and as Aquaman in the Snyder cut looks so much more badass than his Lobo, bro. Like I wish he would have just got ripped for it, and they would have painted his skin or some shit, bro. I don't know. He just didn't. I don't know something, bro. Something about it. But again, bro, if we get him with a good writer, I'm not gonna be pissed about it. Like, let's get it. But I was underwhelmed for a character
Yeah,
I was excited about. I was more excited to see him than how I felt leaving, for sure. That's just me.
I, yeah.
You might have just liked it more than me.
I just think he yeah, he we just need a good writer for a good Lobo movie, and then we're set.
Yeah, bro. Like, I really wish his debut was better. We'll see. I want. I Is he confirmed for Man of Tomorrow?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's in that one. They've got a lot going on in this one though.
Yeah, so it'll probably be a minute, but we'll get him again. Just wait, just wait. Doesn't matter. Lobo. Move on to some bigger DC news. Dude, we've seen the Batmobile driving in snow, doing donuts, and getting shot at.
The Batman Part Two, yes. The set photos, yes, yes, yes. Very exciting.
Set videos. These videos of just
Oh yeah, the
seeing it
videos.
do the donuts and then seeing like people shoot at it. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so hyped for this movie. And then
I
some of the
know.
leaks too of like the
Scar
battle damage Batmobiles. Oh,
Yeah, this version of the Batmobile looks way better than the first one. The first one looked cool, but this one has like just enough like extraness to it. You know what I mean? That like makes it look a little more like the Batmobile than just like a muscle car. But um,
yeah,
but yeah, bro, I
for
saw the
sure.
clips. Very cool. Definitely like the upgrades to the car. Got the winter vibes going. It's always cool to see Batman in the winter, bro. So I'm very hyped about that. When is the release date? Is it going to be a Christmas movie?
Dude, honestly, who don't ask.
I know
I don't think
they pushed
anyone
it back
knows.
again.
I don't
For real. I don't think James Gunn knows,
yeah,
bro. I don't think Matt
I
Reeves.
don't think anybody's gonna know when the date comes out, or because it's what is because it's not even next year, right? It's 2028 now, or is it next year?
I wonder, bro. I wonder. I don't know, dude. I really don't fucking know. It's one of those things where like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's like Blade because it is shooting, but it's also like whatever the fuck, bro. Like I'm just glad it's shooting, and we'll get it when we get it. I do think it is 2028, but now that you say that, I think they pushed it back. Which I don't know why we can't get it Christmas 2027. I think we can get it by Christmas 2027, though. I don't see why we can't
I don't
make it a
know.
winter film. Yeah, because that'll give them
James, if you could
a
just
year and
comment down below and let us know.
give us the Batman Christmas 2027. All right, we want it. Oh no, because then they would have to compete with the Secret Wars. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Maybe January. January
Yeah,
2028. It's still gonna be
yeah,
cold.
January, January.
January 2028. Do it, James.
All right.
Before we jump, do you have anything before Lanterns?
Nope.
I'm just curious. I have this one thing. I'm just little side note. It's just a movie topic. Just curious. Did you like Narnia growing up? Do you care about that film at all?
Oh, I saw that. I mean, I was like, I watched them all. I mean, like the first one is the best one. They kind of like they get shittier kind of the more you watch them.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I always
I
just
know
thought it was
they're
crazy.
very like religion based kind of movies too. Like Aslan is supposed to be Jesus, and there's a lot of
mm, I don't remember all
there's
that.
a
I gotta
lot of
rewatch them. I just
religion
remember
kind
like
of
it being
backing
such a.
it.
Mm, I just remember like it being such a good film when I was little and like a big deal, and like I feel like no one's really talking about it right now, and like it's apparently like Netflix's biggest budget film that they've ever made, biggest budgeted
Yeah,
film.
that
But I'm
no clue, which is crazy because I did see the cast. Two of the
yeah,
cast
I know
members
Meryl
are
Streep.
from House of the Dragons.
Yeah, and Meryl Streep's in that motherfucker, bro.
Oh, I didn't even
That's
see Meryl
crazy. Yeah,
Streep. Honestly, it didn't care too much. I saw I saw Aemon Targaryen and Rhaenyra Targaryen, and I was like crazy.
yeah, bro. Like I don't, no one's really talking about this, but I just want to talk about that. I thought that was pretty cool. But we can get into Lanterns. I'm excited to see that though. It's gonna be on Netflix, so we can watch it no
Yeah,
matter
it'll be,
what.
yeah. I
It's
was
exciting.
yeah, because I saw that and I was like, when were they making this?
I know.
I was like,
Oh,
okay, whatever, I guess.
I'm trying to scramble my brain right now, but another movie news. What is it? He-Man got confirmed. Master of the Universe got confirmed for seasons or a sequel, the second movie, because it didn't
It
make the most
did
money, but
awesome.
yes, but the viewing on Amazon got it good, got it passed. I thought I sent that to you as
Really, I
well,
haven't even
but yeah,
shown my girlfriend yet, but I'm totally gonna watch it with her tonight just because of that. Because I want us to watch it.
yeah, it's such a fun movie, bro. I throw it on all the time. It's just a fun, good
Cause
action
I,
film, bro.
cause
Good blockbuster.
cause we were talking the other night, and I was about I was telling her about the D23 Tangled stuff, and I showed her like the first look of all the Tangled stuff, and then she was saying like, oh, they should do a live action Princess and the Frog, and I was like, they probably will do that next. That's one of their bigger ones. And then I was like, they should do a Hercules. Hercules would be a good one to make live action. And then she was
Yeah.
saying like, oh, like who should be Hercules? And I was like, honestly, I'm kind of thinking the guy from He-Man.
Yep. Yeah, I like that actor, bro. I want him to get casted in more shit. Um,
Yeah, but then
but yeah, it's a good idea.
I
It's a
showed
good
her
idea.
pictures, right? I showed her pictures of He-Man, and she was like, I don't think he's big enough. And I was like, what? I think he is big enough. He could probably get
Yeah, bro.
even beefier too if he wanted.
I will. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking that, bro. He could have definitely got a little bigger for the role. Um, Cause I don't know. I saw the video. It was like him and Tila, the girl that played Tila, and they were like doing a little TikTok together, like behind the scenes. And I was like, damn, he looks like kind of small there, bro. Cause he is like 6'2", maybe a little taller, bro. So like he could get like a little bigger, yeah, for sure. I feel like I hope in the next one he gets a little bigger. But yeah, I like that, bro. Of him casting him as that. I fuck with that. I forgot what I was watching the other day. That damn, bro. There was another actor that I was like, damn, like if I gotta ask my wife, I was like, damn, if the He-Man actor and him played brothers in a comedy, it would be so funny. It was another actor that like looks like him. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for that. He-Man 2 or Masters of the Universe 2. I cannot wait for that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be such a good movie. Cause yeah, Masters of the Universe one was so good.
And
Like I'm so glad I went to watch
m-
that.
more Jared Leto, your favorite.
Yeah. I mean, he was actually really good at Skeletor. So I mean, I'm actually not too.
Yeah,
I'm not
he put some
crazy to
respect
like
on
go
his
and
name,
watch him.
bro. Yeah, put some
He
respect on
was
his
like
name, bro.
his
He
Skeletor
brought
was
justice
actually
to
really good, and
Skeletor.
I think he did a great job. So I'll give
Really
him his
good. He did
flowers for
his own.
Skeletor.
Yeah, bro. Like one thing. Yeah, yeah, bro. Cause yeah, great adaptation. accurate, or cartoon accurate, and he was menacing. He did a great job, bro. But yeah, I'm excited for that, bro. Hell yeah, Jared Leto, put some respect on his name, bro. He gave us an iconic villain, and no one is talking about it. No one went to see the movie, and you're a loss. If you didn't see it, it's your fucking loss, bro. I will say though, a little side note.
Yeah.
Again, like I know you don't give a fuck about GI Joe, but as much as like I like that was good. I want to get a Cobra Commander, bro. Like I really want someone to do a good job as Cobra Commander and like make a because Cobra Commander is around that realm, bro. Like I always view like Cobra Commander, Skeletor, and like Starscream from like the old show, like kind of the same type of villain. You know what I mean? So like I want those to be done.
Yeah, I get you on that.
You know what I mean? So I would love for those to be done like proper. Those are some of my favorite villains from like growing up and like my because my dad put me on those shows when I was a kid. So like I would love for those to be done right. You know what I mean? Because like I loved his Skeletor. But yeah, bro, that's exciting. Hope we get that. Hope we get that in the next 2 years.
Ready to move on to lanterns.
Yes, let's get it. Let's get it.
Okay. Uh let's do really quickly out of the four we're gonna go through the first episode, then the second episode. Because I got
Oh yeah,
points
yeah,
on
yeah.
both.
Well, you go ahead.
And
You
then
lead then
and
since
but
you have points.
okay. And then okay, so then for the first episode out of 10, what are we rating the first episode of Lanterns?
Honestly, fucking great fucking pilot, bro. I genuinely, bro, I would give it like a 9. I was locked in, bro. I was loving the grit, bro. I love the beginning and end, bro. I was locked in. I really enjoyed the first episode. Second one, I would give it a. I know we're not there yet, but second one, I'll give it like an 8.5, close to it. But the first one was just a little bit more of a wow factor. But I was very impressed with the first episode, bro. I'll give it a 9, 9 out of 10. What about you?
So for the first episode, I'd probably give the like it was such a it was a like it was a good pilot. You know, you get a little bit of the training, you get to see a little bit, you get to see different like generations of how see like the early version of the suit and everything. Um, yeah, yeah. The first episode, I'd probably give it like an 8.5,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm just glad
and then
Lanterns is getting this love, bro. It's fucking dope.
I'm trying to think for the second episode.
What rating it?
Um, yeah, for the second episode, I'd probably give it like a 9. I think it was just
Oh,
a
you like it a
little
little
bit.
more?
I liked it a little bit more because
Okay,
we
okay,
got to dive in a bit more into the manhunters and the aliens that are after the manhunter.
okay. That makes me a little more comfortable. I'm gonna go. I'll go 9 and 9 then. Honestly, I'm not. Yeah, like I really fucking with the show. I'll go 9 and 9 right now. I'm pretty locked in, bro.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
The
So
casting
back to the
is.
first episode.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, casting, great.
Yes,
What's his
so
name?
good.
Kyle Chandler that plays Hal,
Yeah,
amazing.
he's really
Aaron Pierre,
surprising
John
because I know he was
Stewart,
gonna do a good
fantastic.
job. Yes, yes, yes. But he's fucking great. Yeah, he is like. I was talking to my brother on the phone about it. I was like, dude, like I'm comprehending like Dan was like, because it looks like we've talked about this. He's going the Justice League animated route. Um, and I'm comprehending like, damn, we're getting a live action John Stewart, and he's gonna be in these movies soon, bro. That's exciting. It's exciting, bro. I'm loving his portrayal. Great what's the word? Great screen presence. Um um shit, I forgot. But yeah, he's it's great, bro. I'm loving the again like the grit of the show too. Casting's great. Um, the projections, everything looks good. The only thing that looked kind of shitty was the second episode when he flies up. You can tell his jacket's a little CGI, but besides that, like everything looks really good. And yeah, I'm loving the Kyle Chandler's portrayal of Hal Jordan. I'm really, really liking the dynamic. And it looks like, from the way the timeline's going, again, spoiler alerts, obviously, but it looks like, how was it? How died? Now it's Guy. And I guess John is trying to find his way to the ring or maybe another ring or some shit. But it's just crazy how, like, I don't know, it's just crazy how that's playing out, how he
So
really is like the older Lantern and shit, bro. I really like that.
yeah, because it's so with both of these episodes, it's so interesting. Um, just like how we're gonna see it all go from how to Guy, because it's like if John was the one in training, how did Guy get a ring? Or maybe like the rules of the Guardians are changing so much that there can be multiple lanterns, especially since Guy is like a bot lantern, you know? So maybe he's not the
Mm.
official sector guardian.
What I was thinking, bro, was like, since he probably didn't finish his training. That's what I was thinking. Like, how did like John Stewart didn't finish his training, so the lantern automatically went to someone else. Since John was under training, so I wonder if that's gonna be like
Maybe.
the default. Like, I wonder if that's gonna be the default. Like, since Guy has Hal's ring, and like
But the
he was under
rings look
training. When he
different
finished his
though.
training,
So
he'll
it's
get
is
another ring.
it actually his ring?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm kind of hope by the end of this. I don't know if Hal's gonna come back to life somehow, but
I because
I
I
hope by
don't
the end of this, all
I
three of
think
them are
that's what
lanterns with their
everyone's
own rings.
saying, but I don't think Guy has Hal's ring. I don't think Guy has Hal's ring whatsoever.
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm curious, bro. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna keep Hal dead. You think he's gonna stay dead?
Because John is in Man of Tomorrow, so yeah, we're not getting Hal's Dunzo.
Like in the universe, you think that's it? That sucks.
Probably, yeah. I think because I think they're going. There's the whole what I've seen online of like, oh, he's dead. Because there's a lot in the first episode. There's a lot that we see of like, so like when Hal is interrogating the alien, and he right before he explodes he makes the bubble, and then Hal goes to hold the bubble. Normally I feel like Hal wouldn't go up to hold the bubble, but I feel like he did that as more of a way to like will it harder and to make sure that it would hold and wouldn't kill everyone, and then to also kind of not show the yellow blast of it all, because it's like we are seeing even in the intro and stuff, like the light that shines from it in the at first is yellow. It's not green. So I think, they're trying to show that over the years, fear has made its way into Hal Jordan. And then at the end, he dies, blah, blah, blah.
Mm,
And then the fear has made
interesting.
him into Parallax, or whatever the name is of the evil being of Hal.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you know that storyline, right, where Hal comes back evil. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go that angle so they can use Kyle Chandler in the next season. Or
Yeah.
if they give him a movie or shit or nothing. But two things, bro, that I peeped in these two episodes. One, curious what you're thinking. Uh, are they talking about John Jones, bro, Martian Manhunter, in that scene? Do you think they're talking about Martian Manhunter?
See, I think potentially they are talking about him because his name is because it's like because the Manhunters, right? those are something completely different from Martians because he's just a Martian. But I think is Manhunter does Manhunter have anything to do his with like his
because they
race,
can
or is it
shapeshift.
because he is a manhunter? Yeah, because he can. Yeah, because they can shapeshift, but isn't the whole thing of like, or I don't know, the way they were making it sound was like because like he chose the form of a human, so he has to stay a human. Like he can no longer switch forms for whatever reason. Is like kind of how they're making it sound. But if it is Martian Manhunter and it's not an actual manhunter, because I think manhunters are supposed to be something way different than a Martian.
I don't
You
know.
know,
I'm
than a
curious.
green
I'm gonna
Martian.
look it up now if my fucking computer ever loads. I'm so curious now if they're different things because that would answer.
Yeah,
I
because
like
I'm
I mean I can't
pretty.
really feel
Yeah,
it.
the manhunt. Yeah, manhunters.
Mm. See, but I don't
Hard to
remember the
see,
Manhunter
but
shapeshifting because I remember the Manhunters
um,
from the old
well that well that
Green Lantern video game too, and I don't remember them
yeah, well because
being shapeshifters.
they're they're like synthetic droid things or whatever. So I don't know. I'm guessing in this universe they can. There's probably some comic runs where they do, but just for the
Well, that's what
sake
I'm
of it, you
wondering
got to
if
play
like
along.
I'm wondering if there is to that, bro. If there is a run where like Martian Manhunter is a Manhunter, you know what I mean? Like I'm curious. I mean, I don't know. I could be. I'm sure I'm wrong, but it's
I don't
interesting, bro.
think, or
Well,
I think, like, his superhero name is Martian Manhunter, so that's why they think he's the last Manhunter, but he's actually not. He's just a green Martian who can shapeshift. And so then this is where we do get to see
mm,
Martian
because I
Manhunter.
was gonna
This is how
say,
we get him, because it makes sense, right? Because he's protected by the Guardians of Oa and was sent to Earth to like be protected, right? Pretty much
yeah,
like witness protection program on Earth.
yeah.
So it's like it would make sense if Martian Manhunter, if John Jones is the last Martian, he needs to be on witness protection. They put him on Earth. Boom shakalaka.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro. I was like, when that conversation was happening, I was like, are they talking about Martian Manhunter? And I was like, dude, that would make a lot of sense if like the core of this show, which is my second topic, which I'm about to tell you, is like he gets his John Stewart gets his own energy suit, and we meet Martian Manhunter right before Man of Steel or Man of Tomorrow. You know what I mean? I think that would be pretty cool. Because I'm not gonna lie,
Oh,
the
for
whole
sure.
bird thing.
I think that I think that's how it's been running. Is that the lanterns all had physical suits, but John, because he's hoorah, he's the impossible like Green Lantern or whatever. That he does get his own energy suit, which is gonna be fucking sick.
Yeah, and I think that was like a little foreshadowing, bro, the bird. I think that's the whole point of the bird was like, oh, you can do all this like with this much concentration, this much will, this far away, while all this is going on, while you were knocked out. So I think that's the point of like, oh yeah, like I have my own suit. I don't need the core to do this good of a job, even to be this good of a hero. Like I don't need the core. I can be my own Green Lantern. I think that's gonna be the whole message of the movie or of the show by the end of it. And I think he's gonna conjure his own suit by the end of it. Not conjure, project his own suit by the end of it.
Yeah,
Um,
but
because
it's
I think
just
that's what the
dude,
bird
so
means,
good.
bro, for sure. Yeah, I really like the show so
I
far, bro.
100. I think you're 100% right. I think without a doubt in my mind, you were correct. That is 100% what they're going for.
That's what I was thinking. As soon as they were doing that towards the end of the episode and the whole flying thing, I was like, oh, I get it. Like he's the shit. Like he's the one that like his will is above everyone. Like John Stewart is like the chosen one type of thing. And they were trying to do it in a very like subtle, small way because it is a true crime type of show. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's the way I saw that. But we'll see. We'll see how they finish it. Um, Sinestro's ending, sick. I like the actor and I love the choice of pink that they use on his face. His voice was sick. That whole little scene was tough. all the
It is
CGI
very
in that
James Gunn,
last
I will
2 minutes,
say.
3 minutes. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. You think so? I thought it was a little more dark and menacing, that whole scene. And
Well,
the
I thought.
the
Oh
pink
no,
is
I
more
just
James
mean
Gunn.
like the pink. The pink was very James
Yeah,
Gunn.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Um. So
But yeah, that ending was sick though.
throughout these two episodes, right? We meet what's his name, Macon, right? That's the country white man with the big land
The
and the
cup,
ranch and the horses and the guns. Yeah.
that's the dude that John boned his wife, right?
Yes. What's his name? Macon, right? Something like
Cuck.
that.
Goddamn cuck in this show. TVMA, boys.
What's it? Yes, but what's his name? That's I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I really look. God damn, bro. My laptop needs to fucking. I could have looked so much shit up this time, this episode. But no, I don't know. I really don't know, bro.
Yeah, wait, or
I
yeah,
know I'm letting you
Macon.
down, bro. My
William
laptop was
Macon.
fucking jammed
Okay.
today.
So
Man.
William Macon, he's got his ranch and everything, the benefactor of it, because they're very, kind of Republican going, um, kind of
Mhm.
racist against aliens type of thing. So
Yeah.
I think his benefactor is potentially Rick Flag.
Mm.
It would make sense and it would be a
Ooh,
good
bro.
way to kind of tie it all in together.
Yes, and you can tie it in with that fucking side realm from Peacemaker, where all the villains are supposed to be, where he throws Peacemaker in that door. They can tie it in with that, bro.
Yeah.
Get us more villains. Crazy.
Yeah, because we do see that that Hal is able to go into some type of pocket dimension, so maybe he's able to tap into a bunch of them or whatever, who knows. But it does, it being Rick Flag makes it very interesting.
I like that. I like that theory. Yeah, bro. Hey, he's going off with this one, bro. I hope the next. How many episodes is it supposed to be? 8, 9, 10?
I think 8.
Okay. I take the bare minimum. I'll
Um
take it as long as they're all fire. I hope we get the suit, and I
so
hope we get
in
a lot of.
epi-
I hope we get more action in the next, or towards the end of the show at least. But I do want to see some more action. I will say.
in episode 2, did you notice that? So the scene where John is going into house and he sees the suit for the first time and he's kind of looking at it. Is that not the same scene from like the first trailer and like the sneak peek that they gave us when it was brown?
Oh yeah, I saw this. That apparently they digitally made it more green.
Yeah, they digitally made that
Yeah,
shit
it
way
definitely is.
more green because we said shit about it. But there's some of us like you and me here, and the rest of us watching, that are the smart folk of us all who knew the reason why it was all brown and ugly looking because he's old. He's old and whatever. But at the same time, if he's at the point of his Green Lantern career where he says like he doesn't wear it as much because of the whole metaphor he made, even for comfortability, it would make sense if it were still a bit more green, but I think it should still look a lot more worn down. It should have a little bit of that brown on it.
Yeah, the only argument I agree with that, because I really don't give a shit, but the only argument I do agree with is that like there's multiple lanterns with different colors. So if you make it more brown, you're kind of leaning towards gold, which is kind of leaning towards yellow, which again like defeats the fucking purpose. In other words, like that suit could a yellow
Yeah.
lantern could wear that suit. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I do agree with.
I'm just saying
But
it
again,
it
it's not
makes
that serious to
sense,
me.
especially if they're doing Hal's if they're showing Hal's death at the end of the first episode. It kind of makes sense too to like leave it as like, yeah, we know he's like in the ending stage, and this is like the last 10 years or whatever of him lanterning or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I am glad that they made it a little more green. But yeah, I saw that online. I didn't really care. We talked about it before the show, like as long as it was gonna be fire, and it's been fired, it's cool. But I will say, two reasons what I just said. The second reason, it should match the rest of the MCU. Or DCU. I gotta stop doing that. The disrespect. It should match the rest of the DCU as far as like the brightness. You know what I mean? I will say that. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it was a good thing that they did it because I will say the brighter green with seeing him all fitted up, he looked really cool. He did look cooler than I thought he was gonna look. I will say that he did look
Yeah.
pretty sick. I just don't like how patty it is around the shoulders, but besides that, like I like the gloves, the pants, and the fact that like the top is kind of comic book accurate. Like the top is like this shit, like Spider-Man's fit, kind of. You know what I mean? Like with the belt and like the this right here with the
I
black and
do
shit.
I do wish they gave us a bit more of a close up to see the suit better.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see, bro. I honestly, what sucks and the reason why like I hope we do eventually just get some type of clear shot with all of them is because I would love to see that. I would love to see Guy, John, and Hal like in their like somewhat comic book accurate suits. You know what I mean? Together, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we might not. We might not. I wonder if like in the flashbacks, if John is ever gonna have some type of other suit. You know what I mean? If they're ever gonna let him borrow like one of the suits, or if he's ever gonna have like a temporary like training suit or some shit. You know what I mean? I wonder.
Yeah, we'll see.
Imagine
But
like, oh, good.
no, you're good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I was gonna say, imagine like guys after all this, like in Man of Tomorrow, like guy sees him with the projected suit, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And like, so some type of joke, and he wants to be like as good as him, and he makes his own, and it's like the comic book accurate version. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool with like the
Yeah.
green strap or crossover or green button top that he has with like the black pants. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if he does some shit like that. But we'll see. We'll see, really. What were we gonna say?
Cause I definitely think like back, kind of back to the rings. Like I think John, because it's either like how, like John is gonna get Hal's ring, or they're gonna give him like a completely new one. Because I
I
don't
hope he gets a
think
ring.
his ring. I just think there's no way in hell that John's ring goes to fucking Guy, or Hal's ring
Yeah,
goes
that's
to
what I was
Guy.
thinking.
There's no fucking way.
I wonder if Guy gets his own and John still gets Hal's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Somehow,
it's like
some way.
because Guy's supposed to be in this show too at some point, so maybe we'll see it. Who knows? But like, it is called Lantern, so it would make sense, that we see if maybe we get Guy's little origin too on how he became his lantern, just so that we know it's not Hal's ring. Because, dude, I would hate that if it were Hal's ring and it went to Guy. Because fuck Guy.
Yeah, for real, bro. And guys like the U.S. agent of fucking of Lanterns, bro. You know what I mean?
For real,
Uh,
dude. Like solid. He totally is.
you know what I mean? U.S. agent is like the guy of super soldiers. You know what I'm saying? But uh, and I like both of them. Uh, yeah, honestly, all great castings all around. But I think two things. I hope we get what you just said. The origin of him was it makes a lot of sense. Like we kind of have to for this shit to make sense, and we already got him in Superman. You know what I mean? Like it would make sense if we get his origin. And damn, you said something else that I was going to comment on. Um, oh, and I was going to say I think that's going to be another big point of the show is not only the big whole projection suit of John Stewart, but I feel like we might get a big Guardian scene, and like that's gonna be a thing of John talking all this shit, blah blah blah, and like from now, like we do need multiple Green Lanterns, blah blah blah. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that how like it was in the comics and in some of the animated shows of like there was multiple Green Lanterns at once? You know what I mean? So I wonder if that's going to be a big part of the show too. Is
Yeah,
that the
like there
Guardians
was
are
like
finally
it, like
allowing
how.
multiple lanterns per sector? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be because it's like because we have seen before in like animated stuff for sure where you have like Guy and Hal working at the same time and or like
Yeah.
yeah Hal and John probably like there's no way that there's no way in hell that Guy gets Hal's ring.
Um. Yeah, but we'll see. I honestly feel like Guy's got to be in like episode either 3 or 4. He's coming soon. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty sure he's in one of these next 2 episodes. I feel like they're gonna do like a big Manhunter type of episode next, and then Guy's gonna step in or some shit like that. Because right now they were doing a lot of flashbacks, so I feel like it's gonna be like episode three is gonna be a lot of Manhunter shit, and then episode 4 it might be like a lot of present day shit, and present day is with Guy.
You know, do these 2 episodes do they bring you back to making you feel better about the direction of DC?
Yeah, honestly, that's why I said all that shit about Supergirl was because I was like, damn, bro, like they have been cooking, and Supergirl was a step down, which is so bad, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in James Gunn. A little side note because he's always talking shit about powerful women characters, and he gave a lot of love to his characters in Suicide Squad and Guardians, and apparently he didn't even call Millie Alcock to let her know she was casted. She found out elsewhere when David Cornsweet got a call. So I thought that was fucked up. And I don't think James
Yeah.
Gunn was heavily on this production because if he was, I'm sorry, this movie would have came out a lot better, bro. It would have been a little more James Gunn coded, but it would have been a better film. And I don't think he was very
True.
much on this production. And I don't know,
True.
bro. I'm kind of pissed off about that. That's not very you, James Gunn. What is that about? I don't really fuck with that, bro. Kind of bothered me a little bit when you think about shit like that. Like this movie should have got a lot more love, bro, and love and care, and it didn't.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
What's that about, James? But yeah, that being said, that's why I said the Supergirl shit because I'm loving Lantern so far, and it's up there for everything he's put out. Obviously it's a different director and shit. I'm just talking about the universe, but it's up there, bro. So far I'm loving it. I hope it finishes good so I can continue to say like I love the show. I love Superman. I love Peacemaker. I enjoyed Supergirl. I'll say that. Like I enjoyed it. It could have been better. Creature Commandos was crazy. Reading another season of that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. And I was thinking about this today, bro. Yes, to answer your question, yes, I have. But this is putting more faith in it. I just hope it finishes strong. But I was thinking about this today, bro. It's like when a couple years go by and like we do get a darker side with more Batman shit, even though we are getting Clayface soon. We get a little bit of the darker side, we get a little bit of the more Themyscirian side, maybe even a little more Galaxy shit. We're gonna look back and be like, damn, James Gunn really started off his universe and laid the groundwork with all these B, C, D list characters from like the Golden Age and the whatever era of Peacemaker and Blue Beetle. I forgot what that era was called. You know what I mean? So we're gonna look back and be like, oh wow, he really put like his own flavor and like brought these again these lesser characters to the DCU that like no one knows about. I don't know. It's just cool to think about. You know what I mean? Because it's cool that we all do have to wait for a Wonder Woman, and a Batman to an extent because he's gonna give us all these other characters that we're gonna come back to and love.
Oh
Kind of
my
like Guardians, like
god.
what he did with Guardians, which is like mad props to this dude for doing that with like all these lesser characters. But yeah, we're gonna look back and like see the groundwork he laid, bro. It's kind of cool to think about because it's really Superman carrying right now. Everyone else is a smaller character.
Man, I'm just excited for these next couple of years. We got a lot of good to look forward to. We're definitely in like a new age of superhero movies and TV shows for sure. I think we're moving in the right direction just overall for Marvel and for DC.